Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Advertise with Sahara Football. Call us now.
Hey, Gabriel. Kebi no quiet. Hey, 3 players well.
Alex, we're able to craft fire before the show.
So that was the Black Stars players who started their first training session yesterday at the Accra Sports Stadium. There was a high turnout. Fans came around to witness the open training session by the Black Stars players. As usual, I'm your host, AFRIYIE. Today we're going to talk about news making the rounds that probably Kenya might not make the game for Ghana on this weekend. That's this Saturday. Kenya might not make the game. That's an interesting thing. I don't know how true that is. We're also going to hear from Coach Apia after the boys started full training yesterday. 21 players were available and Coach Asamoah most notably was absent. Coach Apia will hear from him and see who and why some of the players were absent. Daniel Opare has been called up to replace Andy Yadom, who has suffered an injury. And also we'll hear from KOTOKO George AMOAKO, who is saying that Coach AKONNOR will not be sacked. We also hear from George AFRIYIE as well, who is also saying KOTOKO have done a great job so far in the Cup, Confederations Cup, though they were eliminated eventually. So as usual, if you are new to the channel, I would advise you to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell to get more updates. Let me just jump right into it. I'll start off with the news that was making the rounds yesterday about Kenya not making it to the game against Ghana this weekend. There were some media reports that they might forfeit the clash. As to how true that is, I'll verify that for you in today's news. I'll be bringing you today. But let me read the story to you first. It says here that following the report, a report on Ghana's CONFED concerning Kenya missing its final qualifier game against Ghana on March 23rd due to issues of funding from the government, latest information gathered by the site indicates that the Harambee Stars may not honor the match if the Kenya Football Federation does not receive any funds from the government by close of work day today. Now, the players invited for the game have all arrived in camp and are training with the exception of Michael Olunya, who is injured. Kenya is expected to arrive in Ghana on Thursday, March 21st, 2019, if they are able to secure funds from the government. This is what was said. Government is here to provide tickets, but we are hopeful that something good will suffice. By close of business today, spokesperson of the Kenya Football Federation, Barry Otiene, told Oyaripa FM, Ghana and Kenya have qualified for the AFCON, which will be stayed in Egypt this year. And it's quite funny because FIFA doesn't like government interference in football activities, but government is the one providing money for most football federations across the world. I wonder why that is. But basically, the Kenya Football Federation is waiting for funding from the government to get tickets and other things for the players who will be set to arrive on Thursday. That's why the media reports were making the rounds that Kenya might not honor the AFCON 2019 game on Saturday. That's the qualifier game, the final qualifier game actually, on Saturday against Ghana. So it's not something which is confirmed officially, but we are expecting Kenya in the country by Thursday. They should be here in Ghana by Thursday, and I think they will be here in Ghana by Thursday. I don't see anything that will stop them from coming here. I don't think Kenya will dishonor this game. They will honor the game, and I'm sure they'll be in the country for it. We need to revenge the loss in Kenya and play our best. Forget about everything and play our best. I know the Ghanaian players are capable, and I know they can deliver on Saturday. Speaking about delivering on Saturday, the Ghana Black Stars players, 21 of them to be specific, started their full first training yesterday at the Papayara Sports Stadium. You saw in the opening of this video, their 21 players were their most notable absentee was Kojo Asamoah. We'll hear from Coach Apia about the players who are around, what happened, why some are injured, how some got injured, and other things. We'll also hear from the Black Meteors coach who also trained yesterday with his team at 10 a.m. earlier before the Black Stars trained at 4 p.m. But before we listen to them, let me read a story to you here. It says, high turnout as Black Stars start training in Accra. Now, the Ghana coach Kwesi Appiah started his training for Saturday's 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifier with hugely encouraging attendance as 21 players turned up. Now, the large turnout of the players is a massive boost for the Black Stars coach, who is seeking to end the qualification on a high note, with the players showing high dedication. Now, the squad are led by Captain Andre Ayew in the absence of Asamoah, as the Fenerbahce superstar led the colleagues for the training session at the Accra Sports Stadium. All the foreign-based players invited turned up for the training, but for Kojo Asamoah, who played late on Sunday night, and Daniel Paré, who is a late invitee. All the 5 players handed their debut call-ups were present, showing their eagerness to serve the country, while the senior players in the squad like John Boy, Mubarak Wakasu, and Thomas Partey were all present. Now, the squad will train at the same venue for 4 days before lining up to play the Harambee Stars in the match at the Accra Sports Stadium at 6 p.m. So this is encouraging. 21 players out of 24 that were called were present. This is great news for Coach Kwesi Appiah and his technical team. I'm really happy about that. It means the players are eager to serve, eager to play for the country, eager to play for the badge. And this is always a good sign when you see this happening in Ghana here. And I'm really happy about that. So today they'll continue training as well at 4 p.m. same venue, same time. And we'll be there to see them and support them in the training session, to be an open training session for 4 straight days before they face the Harambee Stars on Saturday 6 p.m. So go and listen to Coach Kwesi Appiah and Ibrahim Tanko concerning their squad. Start first with Coach Kwesi Appiah.
At the moment we have about 21. We have about 21 players in camp. Some will arrive this evening, and hopefully we should have the full team. Looking at the way, since they came, each and everyone is comporting himself. And if you look at the training session, got to a stage I wanted to close because everyone is proving what he can. And in actual fact, it makes the work difficult for me, but it's good for the nation. With Nicholas, he was feeling dizzy, and Lumo also had a small knock. It's not anything serious.
We have 9, and we are waiting for Yaoyaboa because he played his game yesterday. He will fly today and join us tomorrow.
I understand that Majid Ashmeo will not join the team because he picked up an injury. How true is this?
Yes, it's true. Their doctor sent us the report, and I wish him well. It's not looking so good, but I think we have someone to replace him, and then we hope that in our next game he will be fit.
Coach, please, what's the justification of picking this number of players for just this assignment?
Yeah, well, we have 2 legs to play, so definitely we are going to need more than 20 players. And as I said, we invited the foreign-based players because they are active, they are playing in their clubs. As we all know, we are not playing league in the country. So I think mixing them will be good for us, and I think for now these are the best we have, so that's the reason we picked them.
Yeah, so that was Coach Kwesi Appiah and Ibrahim Tango speaking on their squads for the AFCON qualifier 2019 and the Black Meteor squad for the under 23 qualifier. Both games, remember, will take place at the same venue, and we are hoping for victory in both games for Ghana. And we wish the boys the very best. Today they will continue training. The Black Meteors as well will continue training. So to my next story, it has to do with Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO. We all know Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO arrived from Zambia yesterday after a disappointing exit from the CAF Confederations Cup. And Coach CK AKONNOR, as we all know, has been in high spirits. He was really happy with the things he had learned in the CAF Confederations Cup and felt that these things he has learned will make the team better. We'll hear from him as well, and we'll also hear from George AFRIYIE, who is a former executive council member of the Ghana Football Association. He went to Zambia with KOTOKO to support them in qualifying to the next round, which is the quarterfinal stage. But unfortunately, they could not make it to the quarterfinal stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. George AMOAKO will also speak on KOTOKO's progress. And finally, George AMOAKO, who is answering questions about Coach CK AKONNOR being sacked. He says there's no way Coach CK AKONNOR will be sacked. He has done a great job. He had the players for just 3 months, and he feels no, there's no way KOTOKO will sack CK AKONNOR. Let's have a listen to all 3 gentlemen. Start first with Coach CK AKONNOR.
We've learned a lot, myself, and I'm sure the players themselves. Don't forget, the majority of our players doesn't have that experience. You talk of Ajimambedu, who a year ago was a second division player, then he got into first division. So yes, we're bound to make mistakes, but I think from this journey we have learned a lot, and hopefully we will try and do well in our league. Hopefully there will be league for us soon, and for us to get forward to this campaign again.
Okay, behind you is Coach CK AKONNOR we trust. I mean, the fans, we know how much ASANTE fans are. We have few of them here to welcome you and all that. That must be very, very important.
It's emotional. I'm grateful to these guys, and of course the ASANTE man. Of course you have people who criticize you, but I focus on those who are positive.
I think that it was a journey well taken. KOTOKO didn't disgrace themselves considering the circumstances pertaining in our country. Bear in mind that there's no serious football going on, and so for KOTOKO to have taken the risk and also to make it to that zone. KOTOKO in recent times have recorded some of the biggest gate process we've witnessed in our country, and for me I don't think if you want to put everything together, I don't think that they will run at a loss, and so they can put their house in order, strengthen the team, and then make sure that if there's any competition that will guarantee them another participation, why not? They should embark on it.
You said the inactivity here caused them.
I wouldn't want to say yes, it played a role, but in this particular game, they lost 4 key starters.
He picked these boys how many months ago? And where did he reach? We were playing against a more mature side at this stage of the competition. We've learned a lot. So what do you mean by he's not done well? He's done very well. Nobody should say that. He's done very well.
Yeah, so that was Coach CK AKONNOR, George AFRIYIE, and George AMOAKO there speaking after KOTOKO landed in Ghana yesterday. Welcome back home, Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO. Many fans showed up their support for Coach CK AKONNOR. You can see here your picture, 2 fans holding a placard in CK We Trust. I think this is a nice gesture, and Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO. Hopefully the competition, normalization committee, special competition will start very soon, and we'll get some football back into the country, much needed. It will help the clubs in this country and stop some players from leaving some clubs, essentially Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO, where Songy Yakuba is reported might leave Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO if football doesn't return. I don't know how true that is, but definitely football has to return. So that has been it for today, guys. I've been bringing you news on Kumasi ASANTE KOTOKO and the Black Stars in Kenya. Probably Kenya trying to forfeit that game. I don't think so. I don't think they will do that. I don't think their government will allow that to happen, and I think they'll be here on Thursday full throttle. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.